Welcome to Webster University Library's overview of resources and services. We are thrilled that you are here. You may be asking yourself, what can the library do for me? Your library provides valuable information resources for your university-level research and the guidance to help you to find and evaluate sources that are appropriate for your assignments. We can also show you how to cite those sources correctly. In this session, we will look at the services, online resources, and knowledge that our library has to offer. Together, we'll learn how to navigate our website, get help from a librarian 24/7, and find your program research guide. Search a database for articles, including peer-reviewed journal articles. Use the database to generate citations and get the full text of articles, and find books and ebooks by title and on a topic. The library's homepage is at library.webster.edu. Your librarians agree that knowing how to get help is a very important skill. We like to say if you have been searching for more than 20 minutes without success, please contact us for help. Our 24/7 chat allows our users to receive instant answers from real librarians. You may also search our most frequently asked questions, or FAQs, and you may email or call us. Check the hours if you want to visit the library in St. Louis. The navigation tabs across the top of the homepage provide access to important functions like research support and services available to all Webster users, no matter where you are. Students and faculty at Webster's campuses outside the U.S. may expand the International Libraries menu to link to your own library's page. Here you'll find resources available at your campus, as well as the contact information for your local library staff. The quick search box allows you to search across our library catalog and most of our article databases. A search here will often retrieve tens of thousands of items and may be overwhelming. We generally suggest that you begin your research in a database that focuses on resources in your subject area. The four blue buttons on the homepage offer gateways to useful library search tools. Databases offers lists for each program or major. Digital content allows you to search for ebooks and streaming audio and videos from our online collection. The catalog button searches for books and other items that the library owns. Let's take a look at research guides. Research guides are librarian-curated list of resources and services to support a specific program of study, a particular course, a topic, or a research skill. There is a search box if you don't see a guide that meets your needs. If you are new to the library or to research, we suggest that you start with the guide for your program or major. Let's look at the cybersecurity guide. Each guide's tabbed navigation menu enables you to easily find the types of information you need. Here's the page for finding articles, which lists the recommended databases in which to begin. Contact information for the program's subject librarian is here as well. If you need more in-depth help than our research librarians can provide, you may schedule an appointment. Now let's look at how to find articles on a topic. We suggest that you begin by selecting a subject database that seems likely to have articles on your topic. Databases are online collections of sources arranged by subject, for example, business, international relations, or human resources, or format, articles, ebooks, or financial statements. We don't own these, we subscribe to them to provide you with a much wider selection of resources, much like you may subscribe to streaming services like Netflix. To access databases, select the button from the library homepage at library.webster.edu. Let's pretend our assignment is to write a paper for a human resources class. We decide to write about the use of AI in hiring. Our instructor wants us to use and properly cite at least 5 peer-reviewed journal articles published in the last 5 years. Peer-reviewed articles are those from academic journals. They are written and reviewed before publication by expert scholars to report academic theory and research in a discipline. Your instructors may ask you to read and use these types of articles to become familiar with the literature in your field. They are often considered more appropriate for university-level research than magazine articles. An important concept when searching in a library database is that it's not like searching Google. If you type in a sentence, the database will try to search for it as a phrase, and you may find nothing. A better way is to use the key or most important words or phrases that you'd expect to find in articles or books about your topic, with "and" between them. For our search, we might begin with human resources and artificial intelligence and hiring. "And" means all words or phrases must appear together in a search result. This helps to narrow or focus our search results, allowing us to find fewer, though hopefully more relevant, items. From the Articles and Databases page, if you know the database you want, you may select it from the alphabetical menu. However, Webster subscribes to almost 200 databases, so we also provide lists by subject for most of the programs offered at the university. Because we're writing a paper for human resources, we'll select that subject from the list. At this point, if you are lost, you might wish to chat with a librarian about which database to use. The Human Resources Database list has been curated by the subject librarian assigned to that program. Their name and contact information is available on the page should you find that you need more in-depth help with your research. The best bets at the top of the page is where the subject librarian suggests that you start. For this program, that database is Business Source Complete. Webster University now uses a single sign-on to access your Webster accounts, including your Office 365 account. You may be prompted to enter the same username and password to access library databases and other resources like ebooks. The database opens to 3 search boxes. Here I've typed human resources in the first box, artificial intelligence in the second, and hiring in the third. The search form adds "and" between my search terms, meaning that all must be found in the same article record. This search found over 500 records. They are sorted in relevance order. Scroll through the first page of results to assess your search strategy. Are you finding what you need? Also, look for other words or phrases in the article titles and subject tags that you might use in future searches. Let's see some ways to focus these results. The filter menu is under the search box on our results page. We can select peer-reviewed scholarly journals and expand the all-time menu to select past 5 years, both of which our assignment specifies. These 2 filters will be applied to subsequent search results until we turn them off. To do so, select the All Filters button, clear the filters, and click Apply. On a side note, the source type menu will let you limit to other periodicals. For example, you may be asked to bring to class a magazine article about a current topic. With our limiters applied, we now have 71 items, enough for you to select the best 5 for your research. So, how do you cite the articles you find in a library database in your paper? And how do you find the full text of the article so you can read it? Within the article database, search results Click the title of a relevant article to open its record. This page shows the article's publication details and often contains an abstract, which is a summary of the article. Read it to help you decide if you want to read the full text. On the article record, you will also see tools for organizing your research. If your professor asks you to provide a link to an article, copying the URL from the browser's address bar may not work for others. To obtain a more reliable URL, select the Share button and create a link. You may select the Cite tool, and the database will generate a citation for you in a variety of different styles, including APA, Chicago, MLA, and others. Just be sure to double-check the accuracy of the citation before pasting it into your paper. If you are unsure which style to use, ask your instructor. If you need help with citation, the library has a research guide for that, and our librarians will help you as well. Now let's look at how to find the full text of articles you want to read. Expand the Access Options menu to see if the full text is available. Within a library database, you will more than likely see one of 4 types of icons in your quest for full text. HTML or PDF or online full text means that you may read and download the article right from the database. In some databases, you may need to expand the access options to see what's available. If you see Full Text Finder, Linked Full Text, or View Full Text, it means the article is available in a different database than you are currently using. 1 or 2 clicks should open the article in that database. If the full text is not available, never fear. The Request via Interlibrary Loan Iliad icon means that the library will get the article for you free of charge, though it may take us a day or 2. The first time you select the Interlibrary Loan link, the Iliad software will prompt you to create an account, which takes less than a minute. Be sure to use an email you check. After setup, clicking the Request link autofills the request form for you and ties it to your contact information. In 2 to 3 business days, sometimes less, you should receive an email with a link to access the article in your Iliad account. If you don't get an email, check your spam or junk folder. You must save the article to your own storage. Iliad only holds the article for about 30 days, then it is erased. If you wish to check on the status of an interlibrary loan request, from the library's homepage, select the My Accounts button and then select Interlibrary Loan/Iliad account. Sign in if prompted to display a list of articles or book chapters delivered in the last month. You may also see any outstanding requests that have not yet been filled. And if you know an article's citation information, you may start a new request here. Now, let's turn our attention to searching for books and ebooks. The quick search box on the library homepage searches the library catalog and our article databases. It can help you to find out if the library owns a specific book and sometimes what other authors have written about it. In this example, I entered the book title, Chasing Success, the word and then the author's last name, Van Genkel. The search found 5 items. The first one is the print book and provides the call number so I can get it off the shelf. As an added bonus, the other 4 records are for articles that review this book. If you want to find ebooks that the library owns, and those available in our ebook collections, the digital content button found on the library homepage is the best place to start. You may search for a specific title, but here we're going to search for books on a topic. Type the key or most important words that describe your topic into the search box. In this example, I typed generations and workplace. Then set the Resources Type Format menu to eBooks. From the search results, select the title of a book of interest to you to see which database provides full text access. There may be more than one. The full text of the book should open in your browser. You may read it there. That is, you don't need any special app or device. This concludes our library services overview. We wish you happy searching.